What is up, everybody? Crazier here, coming at you with another video. This time we're talking about the augments that are going to be coming out in 1.6. And although we're not going to go through all 44 heroes, because that is a lot of heroes to cover in one video, we're going to be going over a couple of them outside of game and then showcasing a few of them in the game, just to showcase what some of these augments can look like whenever they get implemented into the game. So without further ado, let's jump into the video so you can start seeing some of the augments outside of game where we just talk about them. And again, we're going to showcase a couple of them inside of the game so you can really see some of the fun that these augments can have. All right, so we're going to take a look at a couple of the heroes outside of game, and then we're going to take a look at a few of the heroes inside of game and their ability changes. First things first here, Bangmouth. We go over to augments. His glaive augment here, killing enemy units, restore 3% of missing health, increase to 35% for Earth Shatter execution. So again, we need to take a good look at this verbiage here, killing enemy units. It doesn't say heroes. This could be monsters or minions in lane, I'm assuming. You're going to have to give it a try for yourself to figure that out. But as we're inside of the laning phase, you might be able to kill some of those minions, get some health back as you're killing them. It seems like it's going to be super impactful when it comes to the laning phase. If you're constantly getting last hits and healing up 3% of the health, that could be very useful when it comes to trading inside of lane. Next, we have Imperial Duelist. Your basic attack debuffs targets for 3 seconds. Against debuff targets, deal 5% more damage and take 5% less damage. So again, this is going to be usually more in that 1v1 scenario. Could be again for the laning phase. You hit somebody with your auto attack, debuffs them, they do 5% less damage to you. You're automatically going to be doing 5% more damage to them. So that's going to be nice for taking those 1v1s, those trades against a single person. Being able to jump reset onto enemy backline as you kill somebody will also be useful. Constantly applying this to the person that you're hitting, making them a little bit weaker and you a little bit stronger. And the last one here, Seismic Smash. Earth Shatter also knocks up enemies and stuns for a short duration. This is interesting. This could potentially mean we could see some bruisery, tankier Fang Maos who are utilizing the ultimate for some utility instead of just executing. Maybe they want to jump into a team fight and they see a 3-man knockup and they ult and it knocks them up into the air and it stuns them. I'm not sure. It doesn't say how long it stuns them for or how far they're knocked up and how long the duration of that is. But if it's a short duration, maybe it's not going to be as useful doing that. It could be that for those Pen Fang Mao players who hit multiple people and only one of them gets executed, now the other people that you hit with your ultimate are also going to be knocked up and stunned, so they're not going to be able to counterplay you as much. So you dash on to the next person, execute or hit them with a few abilities, then you execute them, and maybe it'll give you a little bit more, ability to play the back line or play even the front line, being able to knock people up in the back line that are standing too close together. So hitting multiple people, if you have this Seismic Smash with your ultimate, even if they're not in execute range, will be very useful. The next hero we're going to take a look at is Morn. So if we take a look at his abilities and his augments, we have Extract here, which is going to be very important as we take a look at it in a minute. So don't forget, Extract is when we basic attack with Morn, it heals for a big chunk. So that's when he's hitting him with his big old long tether. And then the next one, Contagion, we're going to need to remember what this is. This is that spit that he applies to everybody with the swarm that gives them a debuff and also damages them. Debuffs them with armor reduction and magic resistance reduction, and then hits them with a little bit of damage. So remember these two as we go through his augments. First augment, Nightmare Extractor. Again, Extractor. Casting an ability reduces the cooldown of Extract by 20%. So again, Extract is hitting people with that big hand. You're going to heal for a big chunk of health. You're doing a little bit more damage to them, and it just seems very impactful. If you cast an ability, you're going to reduce that Extract by 20%. This could make his offlaning potential a lot stronger, right? Taking trades with the enemy in lane. Let's say you're level 3, right? You hit him with your big hand. You pop your Contagion, which reduces your Extract by 20. You hit him with Mesmer real quick, reduces your Extract by 20, and you pull him real fast, reduces your Extract by 20%. So 60% reduction in. So again, you're going to be coming in and hitting him with a big hand. So doing a lot of extra damage, healing yourself for even more. You're going to have a lot more sustain in lane. You're going to be doing a lot more damage in lane. And it just seems like this could be a super impactful one when it comes to the offlane role for Morn. Contagion Eclipse. Eclipse applies contagion to all heroes on activation. This is going to be, again, contagion is the one that applies that spit to all the enemies. That reduces their armor, reduces their magic resistance, and does a little bit of damage. A lot of Morn support players, they would ult if they saw a fight going on in mid lane or a fight going on in the off lane. And now if you have this augment and you apply that ultimate, you're going to not only be helping by reducing vision, but also by dealing damage, reducing the armor, and reducing the RMR. So this one could be very useful for applying your ult on a global scale and helping your teammates kill tanks in the off lane, do a little bit extra damage that they might need to get that kill or whatever is necessary. So the last one here, and I think the one that most people are going to utilize, Dreadful Roots. If Abduct hits terrain, Morn pulls himself towards it. So we didn't talk about this ability, but this is Abduct. As you can see here, Abduct is the one that pulls people towards you. But if we have this augment, Dreadful Roots, if Abduct hits terrain, Morn pulls himself towards it. This is going to give Morn mobility, maybe going up on high ground by using it to hit a wall that's a little bit higher and being able to pull himself up. For instance, in mid lane through that fog wall, maybe this is going to be utilized to pull himself forward. Instead of aiming it at the enemy, you're going to aim it at the ground, pull yourself forward, apply Mesmer to somebody instead of having to walk at them or hit a hook. You can now quickly go towards them with the Abduct and then apply Mesmer that way. So I think this one will give him a lot more fun playability, and people enjoy more and more whenever they have this augment, being able to move around the map like Spider-Man, swing himself around the map by grabbing walls and such. So this one could be the most useful one when it comes to actual gameplay and allowing people to have a little bit more fun while in game. Now we're going to jump into some actual gameplay footage of a few of the champions, Twin Blast, Seog, Seog, and Richter, and just see how their augments work while inside of game. All right, the next hero we're going to take a look at here is Seog. If I lock in Seog and I take a look at his augments, we have Holy Pursuit, Grim Harvest, which executes below 5% max health, and Gravebreaker. Now I think Unholy Pursuit, which gives Phantom stacks on Phantom Rush dashing through enemies, is an awesome one. Gravebreaker is one that I really just wanted to showcase and just see what it's like as you slowly get your stacks and your knockback gets further and further and further on Seog ult. Is this going to be a meme, or is this going to be something that actually can be useful in an actual match of Predecessor? We're going to find out here in the practice mode. All right, now that we've made it here into the actual practice mode, first thing we're going to do here is take a look at what the normal Seog knockback looks like. This is me without any stacks. Level 6, see how far this guy goes. That's not bad. He went a little bit of a ways, but nothing too crazy. Now we're going to see what it looks like at every single stage. All right, now we've officially gotten the first tier of shoulders on Seog. Let's see what it looks like when we knock him back. Okay, so first it looked like he went somewhere around here, and now he's made it almost all the way to the platform for Muriel, and this is with his first shoulders. So on to the next set. All right, we now have the tier 2 shoulders for Seog. Let's see how far this steel goes flying. Okay, he has made it all the way to the platform now. We might have to change our direction because this guy is already flying. So he first landed somewhere around here, then about 3/4 of the way. Now he's made it to the platform. On to the next set of shoulders. All right, as you can see here, we have tier 3 shoulders. Let's see what his ult does now. Oh, I mean, he's clipping on the platform because it's not quite long enough to get him on top of the platform, but it seems like it's kind of close to the same distance. I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, he is flying onto the last set of shoulders. Now, last but not least, the tier 4 shoulders, where we can see how far Seog knocks people back with this new. He makes it onto the platform with Muriel. Is this actually going to be viable in a match? I am not sure, but this is definitely great for memeing purposes. I mean, good lord, look how far you can send people. I think you'll be ulting people just to have them out of the fight instead of ulting to kill them in a corner. You'll just ult them out of the fight entirely. Maybe you'll jump in and you'll ult somebody past an inhib, right? They're getting close to your tower. Hold on, Steel, come back this way. They start trying to siege up on a tower here. Let's say it's a tier 2, maybe it's an inhib, and you're like, hey, they're trying to hit my tower. Now they're in my base. I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be something that's working the way it is. This is insane. We can get him back up onto the platform just by our ult. I don't know if this is good or a meme, but it might be good. Just send people flying. I mean, this is insane. First one landed steel about here, then it landed steel about here for tier 2, then tier 3 made it all the way to the platform, and then tier 4 puts them on top of the platform, just to show you the distance. So yeah, Seog's stuff will make it very interesting. This new ult that knocks people back 30% further for every tier that you have. I'm not sure if it's just a meme or if it's actually good, but man, Seog's passives or Seog's augments are definitely going to be something people are going to have some fun with. The next one I'm going to showcase to you is obviously one of my main men. It is Richter. His augments, Brutal Change, Current Overlord, and Wanton Warden. Obviously, Brutal Change, Whiplash has 10% more range, successful hits reduce the cooldown by 30% is cool. But we're going to show off the Wanton Warden here and just show how much health regen he gets from this new Wanton Warden, which is going to be added to his passive. Now we have Richter here, and as you can see with this Wanton Warden augment, regenerate health equal to 95 or 0% of the damage taken over 5 seconds, increases with hero levels. We also went with the regenerator common augment, which damaged by heroes regenerates 5 plus 1.5% of the missing health over 5 seconds. And as you can see here, if we get to level 18, let's take a look at all of the damage that we are going to be healing up just by taking a tower here. Just watch my HP regen just slowly ticking up. 17.6, 20.7. I mean, I am healing up a large chunk of the damage that's going to be done to me here. We're going to go all the way down to 3k health. I mean, this is actually a decent amount of healing that's going to be happening during combat, right? All the damage that you're taking during combat is going to be healing it up. So just think, I'm only getting hit by a tower here. But if you have 3 or 4 people hitting you with all of their abilities and all of their, you know, their ultimates, their auto attacks, you're going to be taking damage from multiple sources, and it is going to be a lot of healing that you are going to be getting because, again, with this Wanton Warden, regenerate health equal to 0 or 95% of the damage taken over 5 seconds, increases with hero levels. So higher level you are, the more damage you're going to be regenerating when you go into team fights. Everybody hitting you with all of their stuff, the mages, the ADCs, as long as you're having a lot of these tank items, you're going to be healing up a ton of HP. So I think this might be the best Richter augment. Obviously, the Whiplash getting 10% longer and having the cooldown reduced by 30%. Whenever you're throwing a hook on somebody and hitting it, it's obviously really cool. Maybe that one will be useful as well, but I do think this regenerator augment is going to be very impactful. Again, you only saw from one damage source, which wasn't doing a ton of damage. Imagine how much you're going to be healing when ADCs are hitting you, when mages are hitting you with their big abilities. Now the next hero I'm going to showcase here is going to be Twin Blast. So we're going to go ahead and lock him in. He's got some interesting augments as well. Vortex Grenades has additional charge. Vaporize has 15% more range. And then this one here, Ventilate pushes back nearby enemies. It forces it's force increasing the closer they are to you. So we're going to take a look at this while we're in game, seeing how this impact or how this feels when it comes to an actual character like Steel. Okay, now that we have TV here, I want to take a look and see what's it look like ulting someone from far away. Nothing. Yeah, there's nothing crazy going on there from when you're far away. Let's stand back here. Even at this range, there's not really any knockback range. But now, let's take a look at whenever we stand right next to the steel and how far away he gets away from us. I mean, that's a, that's 1,000 units. That's pretty good. And as you can see, steel likes to walk back to the spot that he started, and he wasn't able to do so. So this ultimate on TB, we can push people wherever we want, it looks like. We can move steel around the map with TB in this practice mode. With this new ultimate, we get to control where we want him to go. Oh yeah, we're gonna push him all the way into our tower here. As we walk at him, he is unable to move unless he goes where we're telling him to. So this new ultimate for TB might actually be extremely impactful. I don't know if, without canceling it, if melees will be able to get on TB while he's casting his ultimate. Let's say you get jumped on, right? TB's problem, somebody jumps on him and now, oh, you're fighting close range. You don't ever want to use your ultimate. Now, using your ultimate, you're going to be able to keep them off of you while pumping an insane amount of damage. So this new TB ultimate is going to be extremely impactful in the games, I think. Probably will be your go-to augment when it comes to TB. And overall, it's just going to make things very interesting trying to kill this ADC now that he has pushed back for the entire duration of his ult. So, going to be interesting. All right, everybody, thank you for watching this video. Of course, I only showcased a few of the heroes outside of the game. I showcased a few of the heroes inside of the game. Some of the hero kits and some of the changes like Morn and TB and Seog, those seem a little bit more fun in what you can utilize in game and apply a more fun aspect to it. And then you have characters like Richter and even TB as well on top of his fun, have a little bit more utility in their kits through these augments that might be allowing you to play the game a little bit in a different way. Richter allows him to get a little bit tankier, regenning a lot. You're gonna have to have that anti-heal for our Richter, which you're normally not used to. And then obviously TB being able to push back people that are on top of you. And it seems like keep them away pretty easily. Maybe if more people are, 2 people are on you even, you can just go back and forth and keep pushing them all of them off of you. So some of these augments, as you will see, and I'm sure you've seen in a lot of videos lately, some of these augments on some of these heroes are going to be absolutely wild, and it'll be very interesting to see how people utilize them in the game and take advantage of their new aspects, get them some much needed wins. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be back for more later this week.